Hi my loves, I intend you guys are doing well. I'm not managing much time to film videos, so I'm just back from my yoga session. I'm not really decked up enough to film a video. But still I wanted to say something about resistance because all of you are telling me that I am feeling so much resistance. I can't shift into the new identity. I don't know what to do. Like please help, please, like resistance is because you think that resistance is a bad thing. Resistance is actually not a bad thing. It's a good thing. You were living with a belief system, with an identity around any area of your life, which was definitely not desirable. Otherwise, you would not be affirming something else. And now you're affirming something new, okay? So the old self has to fight you. It will fight you because that's familiar, that's comfortable. Now, whether you want to go back to that or you want to take it as a sign that, okay, this new thing is working, my techniques, my affirmations, my whatever I'm trying to do, my embodiment, me practicing being this new version, even if I'm feeling this resistance, it is still working because otherwise, why would you feel resistant in the first place? Think about it. Like, absorb this. You are trying to establish yourself in your ideal, desirable reality, right? Now, the old self, the comfortable, the pattern, the comfortable self, the pattern that you are used to, is trying to fight it. That's normal. It's just like exercising a muscle, right? The pains that you have, when you start doing something new, like some physical workout. So, this is a mental workout. So there will be some resistance. And when you push through that exercise, when you push through that workout, it gets easier for you. So it's not something new that I'm telling you, but these reminders are extremely important. The resistance is actually a good thing. You just have to push through. You just have to take it as a sign like, okay, yeah, this is working. Because this is the law of assumption. And resistance is good because it just implies that your new reality is already becoming a threat to your old reality. That's why it's fighting it. You just have to push through. Is it that difficult if you're doing it for yourself? Think about it. Your new identity, your old self is feeling your old self is feeling threatened by your new self, your new identity. Isn't that a great thing? Just be a little more stubborn. Decide. Be stubborn. Be stubborn. Be stubborn. Don't be weak. Don't be meek. It's fighting it. Because it's just a program, not because it is stronger. The old self is fighting the new identity just because it's already a built-in program, because it feels safe. Not because that's your forever truth. Not because that's what or who you have to be for the rest of your life. No. It's fighting it hard. It's a good sign. Keep pushing through. It is a good sign. It means that whatever you're doing is working. It's exactly like that. It's exactly like training your muscle. Push through. And this is going to become more comfortable. Resistance is a good thing. It just implies that your old self is feeling threatened by the new desirable self, new desirable identity that you are gradually programming in. I wanted to speak about something else, but then I lost track of it, so I will just think about it and try to remember it, and then I'll attach it with this clip and then I'll post it, okay? But just understand, resistance is a good thing. It means the old self is feeling threatened. By whom? By the new you, the winner you, right? Okay, I just did not want to post this because I wanted to seriously remember what I was trying to say, and now I remember. one major reason you might be feeling so much resistance, because I see it in my clients very often, because when I send them this questionnaire where I try to detect their blind spots, their beliefs, okay, and I mention it that I do not want very long drawn answers and stories, because I don't want them to be trapped in that old story. And as a manifestation coach, I do not need the details, but they still want to tell me every bit of the situation and the circumstance and what's been happening for the last 10 years, because they feel that manifesting is problem solving. And I really needed to reiterate this with you guys. This is not problem solving. I do not need the details. Most importantly, you do not have to go back and micromanage every part of the situation that you think is a problem. And they keep writing long answers, and I ask them to write it in bullets deliberately, so that they understand that the focus is majorly on the wrong plot. So just because you believe something to be true right now does not mean that is set in stone, unless of course you assume that is so. So the resistance that you feel is because you are constantly thinking that you have to change this 3D. No, you don't. You are just stepping into a new 3D, a new reality, where this problem never even existed. That's manifestation. That's precisely why when they write such long stories, because they feel that I will not be able to help them if I don't know every single detail, that's precisely why some of you are feeling so much resistance. You just have to become aware and bring your awareness back to being the version of you who you want to be. Even if that is uncomfortable for you. That's not going to be comfortable for you initially. It's not problem solving, as I keep repeating, because this is where most of the people are going wrong. You think that every detail has to be micromanaged. No, that's not manifesting. Manifesting is identity shifting. The more you become aware of the new reality, your identity is going to change. So the resistance that I was talking about is most likely because you feel or you question yourself on how is this going to change? How is this going to happen even? That's none of your concern. You don't need to worry about that. You're not solving this. Let this be. This is what I wanted to repeat again and again and again, and I will continue to do so, because there is nothing to change. The coach does not need to know all the details. The coach needs to know what's the current circumstance and what's your thought around it and what exactly you want to manifest. That's enough. Because we are not changing the old reality. We are just stepping into the new. Intend that was helpful.